This is the afternoon video update. This is for Tuesday, the 9th of January. This is James Spann. Well, the high-impact event we dealt with last night and this morning, that's ended, thankfully. The next high-impact event is Friday. Monday, could there be some winter weather mischief? And then the coldest air so far this season arrives by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, possibly close to the levels we saw back in December of 2022. So a lot to talk about, many questions. Just strap in, hang on, and we'll get to everything that's going to happen here. First off, this is the current situation. Very, very dynamic upper trough. And as expected, this stirred up a lot of wind, a lot of rain across Alabama, thousands of power outages, hundreds and hundreds of downed trees, tornadoes in southeast Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. But you can see the bulk of the colder clouds pushing east of the state. We've seen some intervals of sunshine this afternoon. That's the visible satellite view, and you can see South Alabama is sunny. Mobile, Gulf Shores, Bay Minette, Atmore, not a cloud in the sky. We've got clouds, though, pushing into northwest Alabama with a lobe coming around that upper trough. And again, those things are like spokes on a wheel, and that little lobe could bring a few snowflakes to parts of North Alabama this evening. But here's the current radar composite, and you can see the organized line of severe storms well to the east of Alabama, pushing through the Carolinas and North Florida. And pretty much we are rain-free as of this update. We're live here at 2:35. But again, a little feature could squeeze out a few sprinkles or flurries this evening. Temperatures are in the 40s north and west of Birmingham. Haleyville, 41. Birmingham at 51. We notice Huntsville, 49. We've got mid-50s for Montgomery, Dothan, and Mobile. So we still have a wind advisory in effect for much of the state. That will expire this evening. And tomorrow will not be as windy. But again, it's been a rough ride with those gradient winds, not related to storms. Just, goodness, hundreds of trees blown down all across the state since yesterday afternoon. To the east, we have a flash flood watch for parts of North Georgia. That will expire soon. And up the Atlantic coast, the areas there in yellow, those are tornado watches. Those extend all the way from near Orlando to near Richmond, Virginia. And within that, we got a number of warnings. And, of course, elsewhere, snow continues to the north. We got winter storm warnings, parts of Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin. And in the northwest, winter storm warnings in effect for many locations there. And that map will stay very colorful over the next week. So this is the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. All of the action well to the east of us now. An enhanced risk, level 3 out of 5 from Jacksonville up to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. This is tomorrow. No severe storms expected across the country. And then on day 3, which is Thursday, we have a risk of severe storms from East Texas into Mississippi. And then on Friday, day 4, a risk of severe thunderstorms across the Deep South and up into parts of the Carolinas. In Alabama, the risk on Friday is south of a line from near Winfield to Aniana to Gadsden. The area is in yellow on that map. And again, we'll talk much more about the setup as we go through the dailies here in just a second. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. And, of course, we had a statewide soaking last night. Some spots going over 3 inches of rain. Additional rain for the next 7 days. For most locations, 1 to 2 inches. The next rain event will be Friday, and that will be a pretty quick-hitting system. We're not going to see as much rain Friday as we saw last night, but it will be certainly interesting to see how the drought monitor looks on Thursday morning when that is released. So model fans, here we go. This is the high-resolution HRR, the HRRR, that stands for High-Resolution Rapid Refresh, and this is valid this evening at 7 o'clock. And again, that little lobe coming around the base of the upper trough could squeeze out a few sprinkles or flurries over the northern third of the state. But understand, if we see a snowflake, temperatures will be well above average, no impact at all. And if you want to see a little grassy area getting white, the better chance of that would be across the high terrain of northeast Alabama, Sand Mountain, Lookout Mountain. And even there, the chance of that is relatively low. So no need to panic if you see a snowflake this evening. So this is tomorrow coming off the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 4. And again, the big trough that brought the severe weather, the wind and the rain, that's well to the northeast. And we're kind of in between systems tomorrow. Should be a mostly sunny day with highs in the upper 40s in North Alabama, low to mid-50s to the south. This is Thursday. We're dry and warmer. Upper 50s for North Alabama, 60s for the southern counties of the state. And then, boom, here comes our next system. This is Friday. A sub 1,000 millibar low that is sitting on the Ohio River. Snow north of the low again. St. Louis, Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit, Cleveland. So let's look at the basic severe weather parameters and understand we're not within that 60-hour window. When you get within 60 hours, we see the high-resolution convection-allowing models that are really good and give us a really good idea of the timing and the specifics. This is coming off the European. This is Friday morning at 11 a.m. And notice this time, the unstable air surges north, even into Tennessee. Where with the event last night, the instability was limited to areas south of US 84, extreme South Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. So, and there's not a lot of CAPE here, but it doesn't take a lot this time of the year for severe storms. And this is the flash density product coming off the European. This is valid again Friday morning at 11, and it certainly looks like a daytime event. The storms perhaps in the midday hours, maybe mid to late morning, early to mid-afternoon Friday, around that 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. time frame, kind of during the school hours. But again, give us another day and we can be much more specific on the timing here. But it's probably going to be a situation based on the dynamic support where all modes of severe weather will be possible. Storms on Friday could produce strong straight-line winds and also the chance of a few tornadoes. And like last night, the gradient winds, not related to storms, will be strong on Friday. And that in itself could bring down some trees and power lines, much like last night and this morning. So, and again, if you missed it, this is the SPC outlook on Friday. And again, for now, they've got areas south of Winfield, Aniana, Gadsden in a severe weather risk, and they might refine that more as we get closer. But Friday will be an active weather day. So Saturday, everything's out. We are dry. We're colder. Up in the Tennessee Valley, you might have a hard time reaching 40 on Saturday. Highs in the 40s elsewhere, but we're dry. This is Sunday. We're dry and cold. We'll be well down in the 20s Sunday morning. The high Sunday will be in the 40s for North Alabama, 50s for the southern part of the state. We notice a chance of snow north of Alabama, parts of Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky. So this is what's got everybody buzzing. This is Monday. And again, this is 6 days away, and there's just no way to resolve a forecast. And you'll hear all kind of crazy things, but nobody knows at this point. I don't know. SpongeBob doesn't know. The YouTube entertainers don't know. But having said that, what's going to happen, we're probably going to see rain. In fact, let me show you the European. In fact, I don't think I've got that loaded in here, but I can do that real quick. And I want to show you its solution. The European is slower, and the European is suggesting more of a rain-type event with maybe a changeover. So let me flip this to the European, and this is valid Monday night. And you can see it's mostly rain with potential for a changeover. And it looks like a situation where cold air is going to be chasing the precipitation. In 9 out of 10 times when you've got a situation like that here, cold air chasing precipitation, we don't get much in terms of accumulation or impact. And again, we don't know that yet, but at the moment, that's the way it looks. We'll look at the snow output coming off the European. If you're hoping for snow, that doesn't look good. I think I think this is the right idea. The better chance of accumulating snow with that feature Monday night, most likely north and west of the state. If we have winter weather problems, it's probably related to that. This is freezing rain accumulation. And freezing rain, it's rain in liquid form that falls with temperatures at the surface below freezing. And everything gets coated with ice. And if that verifies, there could be some ice accumulation for the northern third of the state Monday or Monday night. But again, I stress, we just don't know right now. We could have anything from nothing to just a cold rain to some winter weather problems for North Alabama. We want to get the system out of here Friday, then we can focus on that one. But the one thing we know, it's going to turn really cold next week. Very high confidence here. This is a week from today. This is Tuesday, the 16th of January. Very cold look. That little feature Monday is on by. And look at the anomalies. These are temperature anomalies on Tuesday of next week. And goodness, we'll stay below freezing all day for a pretty good chunk of north and central Alabama. We'll probably stay in the 20s all day. And then the bottom could drop out Wednesday morning. In fact, Tuesday morning, we could be in the teens easily. In fact, I'm looking at the national blend of models here, and for Birmingham, it's got 17. Let's look at the European numbers for Wednesday morning. This is Wednesday morning of next week, the 17th of January. And yes, this is a tad over a week away, but confidence is high. We could see numbers like that. And you can see Birmingham showing 13, really the same type values up in the Tennessee Valley. You go north, and I see some sub-zero readings up in parts of northwest Tennessee. So just make preparations now for some really cold air by the middle of next week, about a week away. And it could be similar to the cold outbreak we saw in December of 2022. Let's go out 10 days. This is Friday of next week, the 19th, troughing on the East Coast. And again, we are cold and we are dry. We'll check rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. The mean about 2 inches between now and the 24th of January. In fact, let me show you the NBM numbers here. And again, this is the ensemble approach. And toward the days 7 through 10, it kind of skews toward average values. And these numbers could go down. But you see the deal. 64 Friday, that's the day with a chance of strong to severe storms. 40s for the weekend, and by Tuesday, the high in Birmingham dropping to 32. And the low Tuesday morning, 17. The low Wednesday morning, 15. And again, we'll be way below freezing for the rest of the week. So just get ready for some cold air in about a week. And this is hot off the presses. The 8 to 14-day guidance, this is for January 17th through the 23rd. And a lot of blue on that map. Temperatures here should be well below average if this verifies. So there's actually no school visit today. It was scheduled to be in Fort Payne, and the schools had a pretty long delay in opening, and that kind of fouled up the schedule, so no school program today. Tomorrow I'm going to be down at Millbrook Middle School for a program there. Then on Thursday morning, I'm scheduled to be at Hillcrest High School in Tuscaloosa. Friday morning, McAdory Elementary School for a program there. Friday evening, I'll be involved with the Mount Laurel Talent Competition. Hopefully the severe weather will be over. The McAdory program might be in danger because we might be working severe weather on that day. And I did want to mention on Saturday we have a special event coming up in Selma. 1 year ago, a tornado tore through Selma, causing major damage, and this is basically a one-year anniversary event. This is being put on by the National Weather Service in Birmingham. It's going to be from 10 until noon at Arts Revive on Church Street in Selma. And the Weather Service will be there. A lot of TV folks will be there, not just me, but folks from Montgomery and this market as well. And they'll have some free stuff to give away, and we'd like to listen to your stories. We'll have refreshments, and it's just a time to look back on that tornado. So again, that's Selma Saturday, Arts Revive on Church Street from 10 until noon. And of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, right across the hall in Studio A. ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. And if you're new here, a lot of people are when the weather gets active. We do these every day during the week, weekends as necessary. And I simulcast them live on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. Although we know that most people watch it later, which is great. And typically in the morning, we're on about 5:15, in the afternoon about 2:45 at about this time. So we're glad you discovered us here. I hope you have a great evening. Thanks for watching, and God bless.